everybody. Okay, so most of us know that feeling. Your favorite artist announces a tour. They're stopping in your city. You scramble for a pre-sale code. Then you have all your devices out and ready to buy. When you finally get in, the tickets are either gone or they're thousands and thousands of dollars.
But the question is, why has going to concerts become so difficult? Here to unpack the issue is music journalist Emilie Hanskamp. We love I think most of us can speak firsthand to this issue of how expensive concert tickets have gotten, but break down the numbers for us. How bad is it?
It's bad, Sin. So 2023 was the highest grossing concert revenue year of all time. We're looking at a 46% uptick in sales from the year prior to a whopping $12.6 billion. What that means for us is the average ticket price is now $180 Canadian. That's compared to $126 in 2019 and $56 in 2000. So.
Whoa. I think maybe it's quick and easy to say, like, okay, Ticketmaster is to blame for all of these high prices, but are there other factors at play?
We're going to be blaming Ticketmaster a lot today, but there are other factors. So first of all, inflation, right? The music industry is not immune to, the higher airfare, gas, accommodation. Higher overhead means higher ticket prices. That's right. We're also still dealing with the outfall of the pandemic. We were all so deprived from live music, and we're still seeing a major uptick in demand that is driving those prices up. We can't forget also the changing music landscape right now. While the Taylor Swifts of the world can certainly make alternate revenue on merchandise and records and endorsements, most artists, it's all about touring. And they don't have other options in the streaming era, so they have to make those ticket prices higher. And the last thing is, as fans, we have higher standards now. These stadium and arena tours, we expect an experience and a spectacle, and that comes with a price tag.
That's true. Yeah. I think one of the main questions that people have about concert tickets is who actually sets the prices. So do artists actually have any say in that?
This is so important because we don't know as fans who we can blame, right? And again, Ticketmaster will get there. They're a big part of this. But the bigger the artist, the more say they do have over ticket prices. And I want to go to Robert Smith here as an example, the iconic frontman from The Cure. This is him playing 40 Live here. But for the 2023 tour that The Cure did, most of their tickets were actually at around $20. He was so angry about, those Ticketmaster fees that you see at checkout, that he got on the phone and he forced them to actually refund part of their fees to the fans. Wow. He recently... He's an icon in many ways. And beyond that, recently he came forward and said, listen, dynamic pricing, platinum pricing, high pricing, artists who say they don't have a say, they do. But I just want to add a caveat for mid-level indie artists, this does not apply. They're just trying to break even. But big artists like the Taylor Swifts of the world, they have some say here.
Okay, so let's go there a little bit. So if dynamic pricing, which is where that price fluctuates based on demand and can really surge, right?
Yeah.
So if artists know that this is hurting their fans, why do some of them still choose to do it?
It's a great question. Well, if you've ever been on StubHub and you've seen, let's say, an $11,000 Taylor Swift ticket, Taylor's not getting any of that money, right? She got profits from the base level ticket, but often resellers are making more money off these tickets than the artists do. So if you ask someone like Bruce Springsteen, who, last year he got into a lot of flack because he used dynamic pricing and had tickets as high as $5,000 base level. His argument was, hey, if someone's going to be making all this money, it should be us, it should not be the reseller. And this is actually an argument some people are making for why ticket prices should be higher to sort of be cost prohibitive for scalpers.
I mean, that does actually interesting. I never thought about it that way, and it does make some sense. But because, as you mentioned, artists can't control the secondary resale market, what is Canada doing, or are they doing anything to push back on scalpers?
The issue is that ticket reselling is not illegal, right? So in April, our federal budget did include plans to collaborate with provinces to push back on fraudulent resellers, but it's really hard to enforce these laws. So an example is in Manitoba, they had a ban that they actually lifted because they realized they can't enforce it out of province. In Ontario, there was a law that was, you can't lift it more than 50% above the base rate. Then they realized we can't enforce this. Add to that the fact that no matter what obstacles we put in these scalpers' ways, they find ways around it. Apparently, Ticketmaster favors accounts that are old and that are located close in proximity to the venue you're trying to go to. So now you can just go on the black market and you can buy these accounts that are aged superficially. And I want to add just one thing that is very unique to the time we're living in right now, which is more and more people, average consumers like you and I, but hopefully not you and I, are buying tickets with the purpose of, part-time getting money as well. I know people who got a couple Taylor Swift tickets, sold it for thousands of dollars. If you're doing that and you think you're just getting in on it, you're part of the problem. So let's just stop doing that, please.
I'm curious to know, does Ticketmaster have its own resale platform?
They do. It's called Trade Desk, and there was actually this incredible Toronto Star and CBC investigation back in 2018, you might remember, where they found that some Ticketmaster representatives were actually working with scalpers, encouraging them to lift prices in some ways. Why? Because that means when it's on their own platform of resale, they can make service fees twice, once on the original sale and once on the resale.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Gross.
so it isn't just that tickets are expensive. It's that also a Ticketmaster makes them really, really difficult to secure. So how are they getting away with that?
They are the industry right now, and we can trace back our collective demise to 2010 when Live Nation and Ticketmaster, a merger was approved. It should never have been approved, but now they own 70% of the ticket market. They are the biggest concert promoter. They have exclusive deals with the majority of these large-scale venues we're talking about. This means that if I'm an artist, I can't really boycott them because I'm afraid that I won't be booked or that I won't get management. If I'm a venue, I can't really boycott them because I'm afraid they won't send their artists through. And if I'm a fan, I can't really boycott them because I want to go to the shows. So they don't have to follow rules because they set the rules. They are the rules.
Okay, so then how do we game the system, or can we?
So currently the DOJ is working with 30 states, and they're suing Ticketmaster and Live Nation for monopolizing this industry, saying they're using predatory practices. But it's going to be tough for them because they have to prove these predatory practices in action, not to mention we're a few weeks away from an election, and these DOJ resources can be redistributed, and it might be moot soon, right? Mm-hmm. But if this is successful, Canada's own Competition Bureau will have to approve that. But from that point, we still have to regulate these resellers. That is a very big priority if we want to target the prices here.
Oh, and let's just start continually pushing back on these big conglomerations. Anyway, more food for thought. Thank you, Emilie, so much for bringing that. So good.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.